Welcome to Drinking Bros, presented by GhostBed.com.
What is up? Welcome to the College Football Show. I am your host, Rob Fox, joined as always, not as always, because it's not outside the top 25. Outside the top 25 is over.
We can't do it.
Can't do it.
There's not enough games.
Yeah.
There's like 2 games.
Yeah.
Where there's no ranked teams.
Yep.
Conference championship week.
Unfortunately, one of those games is not the ACC championship, which we would have gone to if 2 unranked teams were in it.
I know. We'd be in Charlotte right now.
Fuck.
Beautiful, sunny Charlotte.
I know. It's fucking bullshit. But Dan Regester's here. Dan Holloway is on his way to a Tim Montana concert. So.
Understandable.
And also, you know who's not here?
Who's that?
Bill Snyder.
No, he's not.
Bill Snyder's not here. We were supposed to interview legendary Kansas State coach and octogenarian Bill Snyder today.
I'm sure there's. I'm thinking he's still trying to figure out Zoom and the computer. He's 84.
Yeah.
So he's probably still trying to log on.
Yeah, either that or he died.
Hopefully not that.
I don't want him. I don't want him to be dead. I'm just saying.
I had a lot of people. Obviously, I dated a girl from Kansas State. A lot of family friends and stuff that went there. Mm-hmm. So they're excited for the show. They're about to tune in and see us just completely bomb with Bill Snyder.
Meanwhile, yeah, instead Bill Snyder big dicked us.
I guess. Or he just had no idea where he is.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the latter.
Yeah. Think the line at the Taco Bell drive-thru was too long?
I think so.
That's always on the table.
It's true. I just wanted to know his go-to order. Like, what do you get at Taco Bell every day? I know. Like, you eat one meal a day. Is it a Gordita Crunch?
Well, also with him, yeah, what do you get? Like the crispy Gordita Crunch? Is that what you're talking about?
I don't eat Taco Bell, so I don't know. I'm just throwing names out there.
Love me a good chalupa. It's way better than a real chalupa that you would get at a Mexican restaurant because their chalupas are just like the Taco Bell chalupa is just like deep fried bread. I don't know what a real chalupa is.
They have a Doritos Locos taco, right? Mm-hmm. That's a thing? Yeah. You Cool Ranch or a nacho?
Cool Ranch, come on.
Okay.
All the fucking way.
Well, that's a wrong answer, but.
It's fucking dumb. No.
I'm going to be a contrarian. Cool Ranch.
That Cool Ranch isn't the contrarian option.
Nacho's original. It's the best.
It's basic.
I guess.
Cool Ranch is what everyone wants.
No.
I don't.
Cool Ranch is a basic bitch answer.
Outrageous situation that you're presenting to me. But I usually get maybe like a quesadilla at Taco Bell or a chalupa.
Which is the one with they're like Crunchwraps. Okay.
Yeah, I don't.
Crunchwrap Supremes are good.
I don't like Crunchwrap Supreme, to be quite honest.
Especially when it's done by anybody else outside of Taco Bell. Like if a barbecue place does it. There's one over at Bolden Acres that does one.
Didn't a barbecue place bring us a Crunchwrap Supreme here?
The food truck from Bolden Acres.
Oh, the same people?
Yeah, same people.
Yeah. That was good. I liked that. But typically I'm not all in on it. But whatever. Who gives a shit? We got some college football picks to make.
We do. Conference championship week. Also, I mean, we can just talk about a little bit with the coaching carousel.
Yeah, let's talk
Brian Kelly.
Let's talk about some coaches first. Brian Kelly.
To LSU.
To the More Fun Catholic School.
Were you surprised by this?
Yeah.
Especially with Notre Dame kind of still being in the playoff picture, kind of?
Yeah.
Does this hurt all right, so
yes, they already said it would.
It would? The committee already said
because
that.
Because
it's not
just it's not on resume alone. It's on how good that team is at this moment. So like if Cincinnati had their same resume and Ritter gets hit by a fucking bus tomorrow, Cincinnati's out of the top 4, even if they win their fucking conference.
Well, they're probably out of the top 4 regardless.
Right.
Maybe they're trying to figure out.
Maybe that's not a great example. If
Ritter could have like a nosebleed and they'd be like, he's out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You don't need that's some blood loss. Yes. But if Bryce Young, let's say Alabama was on the verge or whatever and Young got injured, that would factor into their decision because it's not Alabama at full strength.
Yeah, but you get Marcus Freeman, defensive coordinator for Notre Dame, still there, I think. Although I believe Kelly's trying to bring him to LSU.
Me. They haven't named an interim yet.
No, they haven't. And they are throwing out names like Doug Peterson.
Yeah.
To take over at Notre Dame.
You know this is the first time someone's left Notre Dame for another college job since 1907?
It's wild to me that Notre Dame can't match LSU. Like, I think they had the money. They have a network.
It's not the money.
They have NBC.
It's not the money.
It's the principal.
Kelly doesn't think he can get a ring at Notre Dame. That was what the same way Riley didn't want to deal with the SEC. Kelly figured out that he has a ceiling on talent at Notre Dame, and they can't win a ring.
He has a fair point. Like, Brian Kelly, terrible person, terrible human being, good coach, great coach.
Yeah.
Kind of a hard ass, but he's kind of let that go because he realized being a hard ass coach doesn't really work anymore. Even Saban's kind of like softened up.
He's mellowed out.
He's mellowed out. But really, if Ed Orgeron and Les Miles can win a natty at LSU, you tell me
can.
Brian Kelly can't?
Right. He can and he will.
He will.
This is pretty much guaranteed LSU another championship within the next 10 years. Don't you think?
Yeah, but does he get that long? I've said Brian Kelly will probably win a national championship at LSU the next 7 or 8 years, but does he have
I think he does.
the leash to do that?
I don't think they're going to have a recruiting problem drop off. What are the recruiting ratings right now, actually?
You always get the kids at LSU.
Right. They always get
They're an
kids.
airport team. It's like, oh, no, that's the best football team in the country when you just look at their camp.
Yeah.
When you go to fucking campus, you're like, oh, yeah, LSU, that's a professional football team. It's just they've had these buffoons be their coaches.
Yep.
Guys that eat grass. And
So for next year, LSU is ranked 15th in recruiting, right behind Missouri.
don't have to deal with Notre Dame's academic standards either.
Nope. Actually, so this was not an amazing recruiting class on LSU standards, although they do have 2 5-stars.
Yeah, because they had a lame duck coach and Ed Orgeron.
Right.
They
And
said
so
you're
that's what I'm saying.
done.
This not great recruiting for LSU standards, and they're at 15.
Do you think Coach O still recruited for LSU when he was fired?
Who knows? Who the fuck knows?
Finish the season.
Yeah. But I'm sure he was telling him to stay. You know, like, I think he should die. But, yeah, he was probably telling him to stay.
But everywhere he's gone, Kelly's been good. Cincinnati, Notre Dame.
Everywhere he's gone, they've been really good.
Was he Central Michigan before that?
Dude, this is actually, man, the SEC West is about to get somehow even more brutal than it already is. Kelly's going to come in. Let's see what their last 2 recruiting classes were, too. 2021 class, this is on 247. They had the number 3 class in 2021. I don't know how many of those guys maybe transfer out or something. 2020, they had the number 4 class.
I don't care about this. Either way, I love all
I
the
care. He's got a ton of talent he's walking in on.
Sure, I love the Brian Kelly stories though. Like where he made 2 grad assistants come to a party of his at Central Michigan, and rather than actually coming into the party, he made them shovel snow all night.
Very on brand.
Yes,
Weren't they famous too?
I believe so. Yeah,
It was like 2 guys who ended up being head coaches.
Now. Yeah,
That's funny.
I think one of them was Matt LaFleur, now the coach of Green Bay Packers.
That's fucking great. But yeah, man, Kelly to LSU, that's the biggest win. I think that's a bigger win than Riley to USC or Napier to Florida.
By far the best hire of the year, I think.
Yeah.
Lincoln Riley, close to. I think USC is going to be like an 11-win team every year now.
Yep.
Like you can just pencil them in.
Yeah, the same way. Look, Riley, even though I said he had diminishing returns every year at Oklahoma, and he does, he was still getting double-digit wins, right? Like
Yeah. And with the Pac-12 USC, you have all that talent. The problem with USC, and so I was listening to Trent Dilfer on Ryan Russillo, and he was just talking about how kind of with COVID and everything, and California's restrictions, that's actually had like a huge impact on California schools, especially USC. Like people just don't want to deal with that.
Right.
And whether or not, like I guess, kind of Riley going from Oklahoma to USC is going to be quite the culture shock.
Yeah.
When he's going from like, oh, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
In Norman to you go to LA and you're going to get called out for like stupid bullshit. And just like recruits being like, don't really feel this.
Yeah.
Not going to get those Midwestern, like big old, pretty much what USC's missed this entire time is linemen, right?
Yeah,
They've always had the skill
positions have been there like the whole time.
Yeah.
No, well, you know, they got a lot of those line. Maybe you just get Samoans.
Which is what they've done before. And
right.
You have to. Like if you need to get all those kids that are going to Utah.
You're not going to get Texas kids there and Florida kids there.
No, you gotta go Polynesian.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't really look. You really don't look east of the Sierra Nevadas too often.
No, and I mean it's a fairly conservative group of people too.
Yeah, a lot of them are Mormons and shit.
So yeah, you're gonna have to deal with there's just going to be different things that he's going to have to kind of finesse to get kids to come to USC. And it doesn't matter. They'll win 10, 11 games every year.
Samoans are conservative, but I feel like they're very polite. Like, have you ever heard of a rude Samoan? Like, they don't mind following rules.
No.
You know?
I guess. I don't want to
Whereas like
pigeonhole an entire
but I just don't picture them getting angry about rules the way I picture like a 270-pound redneck from Midland, Texas, getting angry about any rule.
I don't know. I feel like Hawaii at this point just wants to leave the country.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, well, and also if they are coming from Hawaii, Hawaii's already got. California might be less strict than Hawaii on COVID.
Yeah, and maybe that was part of the why you got the private jet, 24/7 access to the private jet.
Yeah.
It's just going back and forth to Honolulu.
Yeah. It works.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, that might just be for his family, though.
That is, yeah.
God damn, he got the fucking bag. I can't blame him because I think USC's ceiling is higher than Oklahoma's ceiling, especially now that they're moving to the SEC.
Yes. I guess historically, I don't know.
Historically, it is for sure. They have more championships than Oklahoma.
But Oklahoma's always, they're still a powerhouse. Like,
they're both blue bloods.
Yeah.
But I
don't know. It's comparing.
USC is more successful. The last time they played each other in a championship, USC fucking boat raced them.
Right.
And that wasn't a bad Oklahoma team. That was Adrian Peterson.
LA is for sure the better destination than Norman, Oklahoma.
I'll agree with that entirely.
But actually,
would you rather get killed by an earthquake or a tornado?
I think the boosters and just kind of the fan back-in is way more better. It's incredibly. I think it's far and away Oklahoma. It's not at USC. USC is very, it's like me. It's very casual fan. Mm-hmm. And by casual, I'm just like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like for UCF, like, fuck, we're 8-4 this year, huh?
They show out when you
That's
win.
a shame.
They don't really care if you lose.
Right.
Yeah. It's perfect.
But they still have these high expectations. Like,
yeah.
Extremely.
They're uppity.
Yeah.
They're snooty.
They always think they deserve more.
Yeah, 100%.
But they're never there during the downtime.
Yeah.
So.
Well, because they're too good. They're like Texas. They're too good to witness that.
Do you agree that Tom Brown in the chat says Oklahoma just became Nebraska? I think that's extreme.
Yeah, they're not even Texas yet. But they're on a bit of a Texas trajectory with
also,
this.
USC doesn't have more championships.
Than Oklahoma?
No.
I'm looking that up.
Not a prayer.
All right. We'll see. If Oklahoma has more, it's a little backloaded, I think. Because they only have one this century. Oklahoma's got 7. No, USC has 9.
All right, when did the 9 count, though?
Okay, if you want to take off the ones that don't count, 31 and 32, gone.
Yeah, those are gone.
They have 62, 67, 72, 74, 78, 03, 04. 1, 2, 3, 4. They have 5 from the 70s on.
Do the 70s count?
Oh, my God. Here, do you know how many Oklahoma has that aren't in the 70s? 2. And one of them's 1985. And the other one's 2000.
Josh Heupel.
Yeah. So, look, they have not been impressive recently. They're always in the conversation. They're not winning shit.
Okay. All right. Well, I just wanted to double check on that.
All right.
Just seems like a bold
I mean, if you want to
statement.
take a dump on someone's actual 9 championships, let's talk about Michigan. 1901,
whoa,
1902,
We're
1903.
Back, we're back, and I say we because I have family ties in Michigan.
I do too. A lot of my family went to Michigan.
My great-grandfather was lieutenant governor in Michigan.
Yeah.
Go Blue.
Had a couple, or at least one cousin play sports at Michigan.
He got kicked out of office. Embezzlement.
Sick.
He's kind of responsible for Detroit. We're sorry.
Flint, did he put in those lead water pipes?
He might have.
He really might have.
Honestly, he might have. Shouts to Frank Murphy. May he rest in agony. I don't know.
One of your namesakes.
Yeah.
In a way. You're named after him.
He also isn't that the name of the House of Card guy?
Who?
Frank,
House of Cards?
Frank Murphy.
Oh, maybe.
It's Frank something, right? I don't know. I never watched House of Cards.
Yeah.
Either way. We got some great games this week, though.
Got a couple good ones. Francis Underwood. They called him Frank. Yeah.
Close. Not even. Let's go to the games this week then. Do you think there's another hire out there that is going to be bigger than either Kelly or Lincoln?
Who could it possibly be that would move that's also a huge name?
I guess Fickle.
Not as big as Kelly or Lincoln.
Would Fickle take the job if he makes the playoffs? Like, would he finish the season out?
He would absolutely finish the season out. I don't think he wants to even talk about it. He can't take a job
Before,
right now. No.
yeah.
That's actually, and that'd be shitty of him.
If he left Cincinnati as they go to the playoff?
Well, even if he announced that he was leaving but then still coached them through the playoff, that would be dog shit.
Scott Frost did that to us. Won the Peach Bowl.
Yeah.
But, like, he's already recruiting for Nebraska.
Yeah. That didn't work out.
Well, he's back, right? They're not firing Scott Frost.
No, they shouldn't. They keep losing by one
Best
score.
3-9 team in the country.
Of all time. But, yeah, whatever. Let's get into the games.
Okay. Although Venables to Oklahoma, I feel like
That's big.
it was rumored, and I thought it was like a done deal. I guess not.
Yeah.
They're still kind of just flirting.
The only things that would be bigger than Kelly moving would be Dabo moving right now.
I don't think so. I don't think Dabo's a good coach. He is Ed Orgeron on steroids. Needs coordinators around him.
He's got like fucking 3 national championships.
I don't care. That was Deshaun Watson. That's Trevor Lawrence.
Also, hiring good coordinators is part of being a coach. You know who's had good coordinators almost his entire career? Fucking Nick Saban. And Bill Belichick. That's part of being a coach.
Could Urban go to Notre Dame?
Yeah.
That's his dream job, right?
Supposedly. I could absolutely see him going to Notre Dame.
Right. Either way, I think Dabo would flame out. I don't know.
I don't disagree. I'm just saying that would be bigger news than Kelly. The only ones that would be bigger news than Kelly moving right now are Urban and Dabo.
Or Lane.
Or Lane. Yes.
But I don't think Lane. I think Lane's trying to position himself right now to just get a better deal.
Yeah, I don't think Lane should
Get
go
more
anywhere.
money. Yeah, I don't think he's
Ole
not
Miss
leaving Ole Miss for Miami.
Ole Miss is perfect for him.
It's great.
Yeah.
I guess Cliff Kingsbury also I think trying to negotiate a deal with the Cardinals right now.
I don't think Cliff wants to go back to college.
I don't either. But he's only got 1 year left on his deal.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Get paid.
Yeah.
That's fine.
All right, let's get to the games. Friday night, Pac-12 championship. We got Oregon, Utah. We just saw this game. Mm-hmm. But it was in Utah.
Mm-hmm. Weird place to play.
Utah smoked them. Oregon never showed up. This game's in Vegas. Raiders Stadium.
Yeah. Allegiant.
The line is Utah. I'm seeing 2.5 right now.
Oregon money line.
Yeah, no, that's going to happen, right?
Yep.
Since they're completely not in the playoff picture.
Yep.
Yeah, they'll win the Pac-12.
Yeah, they're gonna hang up a, for them, meaningless Pac-12 banner. They'll be happy. They'll go to a Rose Bowl, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Rose Bowl against like Ohio State.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be fun.
Right?
Yeah, because if Michigan's in the playoff, then
That'll be the next
highest ranked probably.
Yeah.
Iowa won't get the fucking Rose
Because
Bowl.
Iowa will lose.
Yeah.
So Ohio
No,
State.
it'd be Ohio State. Yeah.
It'd be Ohio State. Be a fun Rose Bowl.
Yeah. Fun rematch of earlier, and I love that. I hope that happens. Oregon is absolutely winning this game.
Would they do that though as a rematch?
Yeah.
Or would they just
don't
like
care.
They don't care? Okay.
Yeah.
Next up, same night, our Roadrunners pour one out.
Sad.
We got smoked by North Texas.
Dude.
It was never close.
What happened?
Maybe
Like-
drinking their own Kool-Aid.
They just fucking yeah. They just shit the fucking bed.
Craigers is saying Iowa's winning. Well, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, we'll get to Iowa. They're not, but we'll get to Iowa. You got to take UTSA here. Western Kentucky's a 3-point favorite.
Are they just essentially saying UTSA that was such a monumental loss that they're just going to spiral?
Oh, my God.
Can't even win the conference now?
Dude. It's fucking crazy.
I'll be real. I've not seen a second of Western Kentucky this year.
Western Kentucky is the
Holy
last couple
shit. Their quarterback has 52 touchdowns.
Yeah, no, the last couple years, especially Western Kentucky's been a pretty feisty fucking football team.
Dude, Bailey Zape, 52 touchdowns, 9 picks, almost 5,000 yards passing.
I mean, he'll pass. He'll go over 5,000, obviously.
Yeah. That's an insane year. No one's talking about him.
Yeah, because he plays for fucking Western Kentucky.
Well, so did Mike White, right? The kid from the Jets. He played some bullshit school. Yeah.
He's a senior, too. 6'1", Victoria, Texas. Man, all the Texas schools fucking missed on him.
This line itself just tells me Western Kentucky -3.
You think so?
I'm gonna go with the Hilltoppers.
Okay. I'm going with UTSA, but you know what's probably a good bet? I like this over. I don't care. 72.5, that's a lot of points, but I think these two stay on schedule.
How many points?
72.5.
That's so many points. That's so many points. I don't think UTSA scores that much, like, at will. They can score, but, like, I don't think if they're asked to.
Yeah. I mean, their last couple wins, 34, that was against UAB, 27, 44, 45, 45, 52. They had a nice little run. I mean, they score a lot.
Trailer's saying, or BT Base is saying Trailer was up for the Texas Tech jog. He just signed that, like, 10-year extension, I think, with UTSA. I think he's fine. I don't think he's going anywhere.
He doesn't want to leave yet?
Not
I don't know
yet.
that I'd want to go to Tech. Tech can be really good, but, like, I don't know. They just never are. Not since Leach. It's been a minute. I feel like Tech's a hard place to win.
Yeah, trying to recruit kids to Lubbock.
Yeah, I would definitely wait for a better job, because then you go from G5 coach to like middling P5 coach. You flame out, and then what? You got to go back to the G5. I would much rather hold on at UTSA, keep slinging points, get my name hotter than ever. Yeah, I like UTSA here though. They close it out. Nice little fairy tale for them.
So 74.5.
72.5 is what I'm seeing. Did it go up?
I'm seeing 74.5, yeah.
All right, I don't like that. I'll stay away.
Cancel the over?
Yeah, I'll stay away from the over.
Right.
If it's going up.
Baylor, Oklahoma State.
11 a.m.
Big 12 championship.
Snooze.
Snooze. Oklahoma State has a chance at the playoff.
They do. I like Baylor.
Like a good chance.
I like
right?
Decent chance.
If Alabama loses, they're in.
Oh, they're in. Yeah, if Alabama loses and Oklahoma State wins, they're in.
Are we sure though?
Yeah, I'm
Say
pretty sure.
Georgia plays Alabama close. We sure they're going to keep Alabama out?
Yes, with 2 losses, I think so.
Are we sure?
I'm pretty sure,
Are we sure?
but it won't matter because I like Baylor.
You like Baylor to win the game?
It's a rematch of an earlier game earlier this year. So Oklahoma State's got to beat Baylor for the second time.
Yeah.
I don't love that. They beat Baylor at home, so now it's a neutral field.
Okay.
I like Baylor.
Baylor in the points or Baylor money line?
ML.
Okay, I'll take the points. I think Oklahoma State pulls this out, but I think it's going to be a 3-point game.
Okay.
I'll take the 5.5.
All right.
But I appreciate you taking money line.
Baylor's fucking good, and it's really annoying.
It's kind of like an unspoken rule that I live by too with the conference championships is if somebody loses in the regular season, it's a rematch, I usually go the opposite.
Yeah.
I usually kind of just
Yeah.
go back and forth. It usually works out that well.
It does. It's hard to beat a team twice in the fucking same season.
At least cover. Like, it's going to be relatively close. They won by 10, I believe, like 24-14 earlier in the year.
Right. They won by 10, and it was 14-7 at the end of the third. Right? So, like, it was a close game the entire time.
Right. And I mean, Gundy's a better coach than Aranda.
Is he?
Yeah. Plus, he has, like, no one's, like, Gundy's not going anywhere. You don't have
No, I
to
know
be
he's
worried
not.
about Gundy leaving Oklahoma State.
No, he's going to stay there for life.
And Aranda, he's going out to dinners. He's hearing offers at least.
That's fair. That's fair. I like Baylor here. I think Baylor's been a really impressive team. It sucks for them. They got to be pissed that they lost a game to TCU now, dude. Because if they win this is playing for a playoff spot if they don't drop that dumbass game to TCU.
To fucking Jerry Kill and a
Dude.
backup quarterback.
I mean, Baylor just shit their fucking
Right
pants.
after Gary Patterson gets canned.
Oh my god,
Fucking terrible.
That's fucking brutal.
Yeah, there's no reason for Baylor to be this high though. This should not count as a top 10 win for Oklahoma State.
Why not?
Baylor should not
Look
be
at
in
the
the top
rest of
10.
the top 25. We've been saying this all year. Everybody fucking stinks.
Everyone stinks.
Everyone stinks.
That's fair.
Like, is Oklahoma State really think about past number 5s and then this Oklahoma State team. This is not a number 5 team in most years.
No. This Oklahoma State team is very sus.
Yeah, they're going to get, if they get in as the 4 seed or the 3 seed, they're going to get the shit kicked out of them.
See, I like their defense, though. Their defense is good enough to, kind of...
I mean, maybe Michigan
at
doesn't
least
kick
not
the
be
shit out of them.
embarrassed,
Yeah.
right? Which is, no, if it's Oklahoma State, it's Georgia, and it's Michigan, and then you have Cincinnati, that's perfect for Cincinnati. I don't think there's a single team out there that could blow them out.
No.
Because Georgia, I think, weirdly, is the third most efficient offense in the country. So, they don't get enough credit because it's all on their defense.
They don't, but everything their offense does comes from the fact that their defense is making the other team's offense, or the other team's defense.
Three and out, yes. Plus, they run the ball, run the rock.
Well, and
Bennett's not doing much.
Yeah, you got to think too when teams are playing Georgia, especially teams that aren't amazing, that their defense has got to be fuck, dude, we have to stop them because if they go up even 14-0, this game's over.
Yeah, but it's not a weird year where Joe Burrow's throwing for 8,000 yards.
Right.
Alabama's offense is unstoppable. Everyone's very kind of just on the same playing field, except Georgia's defense.
Yeah,
that's it.
We've been saying that all year. There's no elite teams. There's one elite unit.
It's Georgia's defense.
Georgia's fucking defense.
Yeah.
Anyway,
but I think that pans out well for Cincinnati if they make it.
Yeah.
They got it again. They could get jumped. Oklahoma State wins the Big 12. Alabama wins the SEC. Cincinnati's not getting in. I'll tell you that right now. They're out.
Fuck.
They're fucking out.
And you really can't tell me that Oklahoma State's better than Cincinnati.
No, but they'll have another top 10 win.
Yeah, I agree. I know. That's why Baylor's so high. But it doesn't matter because Baylor's going to win.
Okay.
Next up, we got Kent State fighting for the MAC crown against Northern Illinois. Kent State 7-5, 6-2 in the MAC. Northern Illinois 8-4, 6-2 in the MAC. Kent State 3.5-point favorite.
Yep.
Another incredibly high over/under 74.5. At least that's what it opened at.
Justin Crum, he was on my preseason all mid team, where I just picked up the most mediocre players in the country.
Sick.
He's on the roster. Give me Kent State here.
Why?
Why not?
Okay. All right. Did Northern Illinois played somebody pretty well or beat somebody that was embarrassing for them? I'm trying to see who it was. I can't remember. I could be wrong. Michigan murdered them. Oh, they beat Georgia Tech. That's right. They won at Georgia Tech to open the season, which is fucking hilarious. So Northern Illinois has an extra win because they beat a P5 team that probably paid them to be there.
Mm-hmm. You going with the Huskies?
Yeah, I'm going with the Huskies.
Okay.
Money line. Wait.
You can take the 3.5. I'm not gonna fault you for taking points.
No, I've picked all money line dogs so far. Every single one I've picked is a money line, and I'm just going money lines.
Should we make this for outside the top 25, just the bonus round?
Dude, I might need to throw in a parlay on this, an actual parlay.
Give you 2 points for every money line you hit.
Sure.
We never really figured out a system for that.
We didn't.
Either way.
But yeah, I like Northern Illinois money line dog. Let's fucking go.
Okay. The Mountain West Championship. San Diego State versus Utah State.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
San Diego State 11-1, very overlooked.
Smoked Boise.
Yeah, that was wild. Their one loss was to a good Fresno team. It was at home, which I guess sucks, but
Yeah, honestly, I'm really disappointed Fresno's not here. Fresno's not in this game.
And by the way, should be noted, beat Pac-12 division champion Utah this year.
San Diego State?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got a lot better than people give them credit for.
Utah didn't hit their stride till the second half, though. Everyone knows that.
Right. Where's San Diego State ranked if they're undefeated right now? They obviously have no prayer of getting into the playoff, but where are they ranked if they don't drop that game to Fresno?
12?
Yeah.
Or
they're getting a New Year's Six Bowl if they didn't.
They would, they'd be what BYU is right now, right?
Probably. Yeah.
So BYU has no more games. Is BYU locked in for that New Year's Six slot?
I think they
You
might
have to be top 12.
It's top 15, something like that. Yeah.
So, yeah, I think they would just be where BYU is.
Okay. San Diego State's a 6-point favorite here, and I actually like that. I also like it in a teaser, if you're going to do that, to just tease it up to a pick 'em. Yeah.
So you're taking -6.5?
I have -6. Did it go up to 6.5?
-6? No, it's 6. You're right.
Okay. Yeah, I like 6.
Okay.
I think San Diego State wins comfortably.
I disagree. I will take Utah State.
Oh, shit. Money line? You just taking the points.
Plus the 6.
All right.
Yeah, no. San Diego State wins by 3.
Cool.
Next up, we have Appalachian State, Louisiana. Billy Napier's gone, obviously, with the Gators. But, I mean, Louisiana already smoked App State.
Yep.
Game was in Lafayette, Cajun Field. Game is going to be back at Cajun Field.
Yep.
Does it matter that Napier is gone?
Nope. And somehow Louisiana's a 3-point dog. Louisiana money line. These fucking lines are wild.
I disagree. I'm going to go with App State.
Okay.
I think
hard to beat a team twice, but if it's a blowout,
Yeah. No, I know. It's not going to be the same, though.
it's not going to be a blowout.
No.
I don't think it'll be a blowout. But
I think, losing your coach is kind of a big issue. I don't know. Especially
Sometimes
when
it
it's
is.
Napier.
sometimes it is, but sometimes for one last game, two more games or whatever,
One last hoorah.
yeah,
Get
they
the
can
boys
pull
together.
It. Yeah, they can pull it out.
Still got the bowl game, but...
It's bigger than a bowl game. This is more important than whatever fucking bowl game they play.
Right. Yeah, I'm going to go with App State.
Okay.
Because I think Bryce in that first game just made so many goddamn mistakes, from what I remember. Next up, SEC Championship.
The biggest game of the day. Nothing else matters if this game goes a certain way.
No, I'm taking Bama plus the 6.5. This game's gonna be fucking. It's gonna make your butthole clench. It's gonna be super tight.
Legendary game.
It's gonna be a great game. I think it's gonna be. This is gonna go to overtime. I think.
Okay.
Call my shot.
UGA is -6.5 right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they win by double digits. They are going to be merciless. They finally get their revenge. They finally get over this hill. Kirby finally gets over this hill. They are going to fucking annihilate Bama.
But you still have to factor in that Kirby Smart's their coach. Great recruiter. Great in the regular season.
This is the year.
But, yeah, until he proves that he can actually beat Saban, I'm going to go with Alabama.
Yeah, Georgia wins double digits. They fucking rolled. This is also a great game for a teaser, by the way.
Just tease it down as to pick them.
Pretty much.
Yeah. All right.
You really think
AAC.
Bama's going to be able to score on Georgia?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Man, I just don't fucking see it. Bama, by the way, I know transit property, it doesn't matter, game by game. But I mean, like, Bama got gashed by Florida.
So who's the Heisman favorite now?
They just shouldn't give it out.
Is it Bryce Young?
Maybe. They really shouldn't give it out. Bama also
Obviously, Stroud took a little nosedive last week.
yeah, not great. I know it was in the snow, but not great.
And he didn't have a bad game. He was good.
Yeah.
He was good throughout. He was just there was pressure in his face the entire game.
Man, Bama gave up 35 to Arkansas, 41 to A&M. They're going to get worked. Needed overtime with Auburn. They're going to get fucking worked and gave up 29 to Florida. Didn't score on Florida really after the first quarter.
They smoked Ole Miss.
They did smoke Ole Miss. Credit where credit's due. This Bama team, they ain't got it.
And playing nobody Powell.
Georgia rolls.
Okay.
Double digits.
Houston, Cincinnati. Biggest game of the day.
Yeah. Cincinnati.
Biggest game of the century.
10.5-point favorite. Houston hasn't lost since week 1. They're absolutely murdering people. Over-under seems a little low.
Hey, Rob,
Yeah.
I'm going to do it.
You taking Houston?
Taking the Houston money line.
That's tempting. That's really tempting. To everything to just come crashing the fuck down.
They're just going to shit down their leg.
Yeah.
I can see it. I can see it happen right now.
Here's what's definitely going to happen. This over. 52.5.
Oh, no.
You don't like it?
No.
Why not? They both score.
Cincinnati's got good defense.
Not as good as usual, like you said.
Yeah, because they lost their coordinator. But,
Yeah. Or 53 is the over-under. I love it. I love the over.
It's a trap.
Love the over.
Exactly 52 points will be scored in this game.
Okay.
You're going to lose.
I don't like Houston to win, but I will take Houston's points. This game's going to be close. There's no way Cincinnati wins by 10.5.
I'll take 10.5 and a money line just to
Okay.
cover my base. But, yeah, I think fucking Houston wins this game. Don't give Dana a few weeks to prep.
Right. Houston can easily win this game. It's not even... The fact that it's a double-digit line is fucking crazy.
Yeah. I mean, even, early on, fucking Cincinnati was struggling with ECU.
They don't have style points.
They covered, but, you just got to beat East Carolina by more than that.
I like this game in a teaser, too, with teasing Houston up to plus 16.5.
Yeah. So I can see Houston win this game, or I could see fucking Cincinnati win by 24.
Okay.
But I'll go with the first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Yeah.
Next up, Michigan at Iowa, the Big Ten championship.
Well, it's in Indianapolis, not at Iowa.
Well,
I guess
whatever.
Iowa gets to be the home team.
I guess. Sure.
Michigan's an 11-point favorite.
Why are they? Whatever.
Love it.
Michigan minus 11. Yet Michigan destroys Iowa.
Destroys them. First off, they beat Ohio State by more than 11. Game before that, they beat Maryland by more than 11. They did only beat Penn State by 4. Then they beat Indiana by more than 11. They lost to Michigan State. They beat Northwestern by more than 11. Nebraska was close, but that's Nebraska. They beat the fuck out of Wisconsin by more than 11. They've been beating almost everyone by this margin. Absolutely.
Iowa doesn't have a fucking offense.
No, and Michigan has a fucking defense.
And Michigan's going to run all over them.
Oh my God, it's going to be ugly. Yeah, I'm sorry, Craig. This is disgusting. It's like Michigan's going to murder Iowa.
It's an ass beating.
Yeah.
Although, it'd be very hardball to finally beat Ohio State and then lose the Big Ten championship to Iowa.
It would. It's just that Iowa sucks.
Yeah.
If
this was Wisconsin, I could see Michigan losing to Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Iowa, no.
No.
It's
not. It's just not happening. It was weird. Even though his numbers aren't incredible, even Cade McNamara looked really good against Ohio State. This team is just fucking on right now.
Craig, if Iowa wins this game, I will buy you a bushel of corn.
Shucked?
He can chuck it himself.
Okay.
Yeah. But corn on the cob. Yeah.
Just 20 pounds of corn on the cob.
ACC championship, the game we should be at, but,
Idiots kept winning.
What the fuck? Pittsburgh, number 15. Wake Forest, 16.
Both 10-2, both 7-1 in the ACC.
Pitt's minus 3. Over under 71.5. I love Pitt here. I think Pitt's a superior team. Pitt's a much better team.
Okay. I'm going to take Wake money line. This completes Wake Forest's dream season. I don't know that they've ever even won a conference championship before. Probably.
No, I don't think so. In football? Or just in all sports?
In football.
No,
they definitely have in other.
Maybe basketball.
Oh, they've won 19 conference championship, but I think that's
for what, Conference USA?
Oh, I'm sorry. This is for all sports here. Let's see.
Yep. I'm telling you, it's probably 0 for football.
Let's see.
Not a chance they've won. Especially the ACC. They've never been in this spot at all.
They won the ACC in 1970 and 2006.
No. I don't believe you.
They did, so I don't know what to tell you.
Well, Kenny Pickett's going to ball out. Kenny Pickett's going to up his draft stock. He'll be like a top 25 pick in the NFL draft.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a shitty year for quarterbacks.
Not great. So all those people asking if the Eagles will replace Jalen Hurts, I say nay.
No?
I don't think there's a guy for the job yet.
No. Don't bust your nut on a mediocre quarterback.
Kenny Pickett?
Yeah, you
No.
just can't do that. Let like a decent team take him as like a groomed backup. Yeah, you don't want to do that. I like Wake here. I like Wake to finish their dream season.
Okay, and the most important game of the week, USC, California.
Not a conference championship game.
Just a makeup game.
2 4-7 powerhouses, both 3 and 5 in the Pac-12.
Why is Cal -4?
It's at home
Yeah, but why are they -4?
because USC doesn't have a coach.
They haven't had a coach all year.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know.
A barn burner with BYU last week. Mm-hmm. Cal's fine. Cal, weirdly enough, Justin Wilcox has kind of been thrown around as a coaching candidate elsewhere.
Yeah.
He's had to deal with a lot of Cal. Obviously, I don't think they had to practice for a while, just because of all the COVID stuff.
No.
I know that was a big issue in the off season.
Yeah, I don't think they've had to practice at all, were allowed to practice at all, I should say. Yeah,
Although Wilcox, obviously Washington already hired homeboy from Fresno, so Wilcox not in the mix anymore.
Yeah.
Maybe he's just like they're a little bit more secure with what Wilcox is at Cal. Give him another year. I mean, this game means nothing to either team. They're both 4 and 7.
Yeah.
So it's not like they can make a bowl game. USC's not going to go out like a bitch. Maybe get the momentum from just all the Lincoln Riley hype.
Yes. Yeah, I agree with that.
They build on to something for next year. I think, USC money line.
Okay. I like that too. Take USC money line there.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 games this weekend. Obviously, not the most full slate. You got your conference championships.
I mean,
it'll
it'll
a rando USC game.
It'll fill the day.
It will, but we're already here, man. College football flew by.
It always does.
It's you never really know what you got till it's gone. That's what they say.
It's sad. It's sad.
It is because, man, in a few more weeks, we're just gonna have to bet on fucking college basketball. That's all we'll have.
I mean, I like betting on college basketball.
It's fine.
Yeah.
But then I have to dig deep into KenPom, and I don't want to be a nerd.
Well, I mean, then bet with your fucking balls. I don't know what to tell you.
With your gut.
Do that if you need to. I don't know.
But then there's just that dead zone. It's gonna be fucking February. You have to watch fucking hockey.
I know.
It's gonna be gross.
February is
Whoa.
a grim sports month. Nick's
truly
mad.
is.
Nick's mad.
Because right before March Madness, so
But conference championship tournaments are in March, so you don't even get
they
that.
haven't started yet.
Yeah.
Also, the good thing is in February, there's probably going to be nothing because the NHL is going to take the pause for the Olympics, but that's up in the air now.
Fantastic.
They might not be participating in the Olympics because there's been COVID outbreaks pretty bad in the NHL right now.
Biden was thinking of not doing the Olympics for diplomatic reasons, like Soviet style. So, but that would only be that would only affect the American players. I assume the Canadians and shit, and obviously the Russians and stuff.
Well, no, the NHL is saying they're not going to allow anybody to go if the COVID keeps up.
Oh, yeah, they probably shouldn't, to be honest. If as a business, I mean, like it would be smart of them as a business to be like, not this year because we need you to keep playing.
Just looking over things right now, seeing if we missed any breaking news, just in case, because it's going out tomorrow morning for audio. Just don't want to be too behind. Kelly says LSU coaching job too good to pass up. Isn't he being paid like $15 million a year? Something stupid like that.
Too good to pass. I mean, he just wants a ring.
Know.
He just wants a ring. He knew he couldn't win.
It's not the job; it's the money, dude.
He knew he couldn't win at Notre Dame. No, he's a coach. He's arrogant enough that he.
But also the money.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the money fucking helps, right? Of course it does. But he's a rich man, so I'm always skeptical of.
Are they still paying Charlie Weiss?
Fuck, everyone's still paying Charlie Weiss. Kansas, them.
The Patriots.
Yeah, everyone.
Man, what are you most excited for this weekend other than Georgia, Alabama? What's the second game?
I do think.
Is it Michigan?
No, because I don't think that game will be good. I do think Houston, Cincinnati, and Baylor, Oklahoma State are both going to be awesome games.
Okay. What I'm looking at these current Heisman odds now. This is just such a crapshoot. So Bryce Young's minus 200 right now.
Okay.
C.J. Stroud plus 450. Hutchinson, who's a defensive end from Michigan, 16-1 now. Okay.
All right.
So Kenny Pickett then at 18-1. Matt Corral 20-1. Kenneth Walker 20-1. Yeah, no. McNamara 80-1, not a chance. Desmond Ritter's 80-1. Weird he's not like more in the mix, but I guess he hasn't really put up the stats.
Yeah, he's not. He might have been in the mix in like the 80s. You know what I mean?
He's just a good leader.
Yeah, that's not so much anymore.
No mention of our man at Western Kentucky with 52 touchdowns.
Yeah, right? Like, you'd think there'd just be like one dude.
Just let him, give him an invite.
Right. But whatever.
So who's your pick then, I guess, for the Heisman as of now? Is it Bryce Young?
Bryce
If
Young.
they lose, though, is Bryce Young still winning the Heisman? They lose to
They
Georgia.
do the Heisman voting before this. Heisman voting's done.
It's already done?
It's before the conference championship games are not taken into account. For
I thought it was right after. I thought bowl games aren't taken into account.
Bowl games for sure aren't, but I'm pretty sure. I thought that someone in the chat tell me. I thought conference championship games weren't taken into account.
You might be right.
I would love to see someone saying this in the chat. Jackson Singletary, Jordan Davis of Georgia for Heisman. Why the fuck not? Also, that fucking white dude on Michigan has like 15 sacks this year, and is probably going to get a few more. I forget his name.
For who?
Michigan, their defensive lineman.
Yeah, I just mentioned him.
Who?
Hutchinson.
Yeah, he should be there. He should be in it. So yeah, I don't know. It's a boring fucking Heisman. No one should win it.
Might as well give it to a defender this year.
Why not?
Yeah.
Why the fuck
if
not?
Bryce, I mean, if they don't make the playoff, nobody on the offense should get it.
No, it's fucking
Can't give it to Corral.
It's a snooze of a year for the Heisman, dude.
Can't give it to Stroud.
Okay, they're saying normally Sunday after the conference title games is when it's due. Tom Brown is saying that. All right. Thank you for that. Yeah.
Would be funny, though, if C.J. Stroud wins the Heisman for Ohio State, leading them to the Rose Bowl.
Yeah, but Ross will just be pissed. He'll be like, he didn't deserve it.
Right.
He'll be like,
That's what I want to come back to. That's the world I want to live in. Is C.J. Stroud wins the Heisman, Ross comes back just furious.
Yeah. Didn't deserve it. Lost to Michigan.
But it's funny that he wakes up and they lose.
Yeah, and when he's asleep, the Braves win.
I know. Funny enough, Richard Danoff just joined the chat. What do you think of C.J. Stroud? No one deserves it.
Yeah, he's right, dude. No one fucking deserves this Heisman.
It should be, yeah.
This is the worst field I've ever seen.
They should hold it for next year, and then whoever wins next year gets 2 Heisman.
Yeah.
It's a rollover.
It's right. Yeah. It's bad.
But I guess, maybe somebody will prove their worth in a conference championship. Bryce Young could just win it. He could win that game,
and then he probably gets it.
Yeah.
Or Hutchinson racks up like 4 more sacks against Iowa's dog shit offense.
Yeah.
What's the all-time college sack record for a P5?
I mean, the last college defender I remember, like defensive lineman in the mix, was Ndamukong Suh.
Yep.
And I remember him in that, was it the last Big 12 championship that Nebraska was in against Texas, where he like killed Colt McCoy.
Yeah. So Hutchinson is in. He's not quite there in terms of all time. He's got. He's not listed yet, but he's got like 14, something like that. So that would put him like 30th all time for single season. Elvis Dumervil for regular. This is regular season. This doesn't include conference championships or bowl games. Elvis Dumervil has 20. For 2005 Louisville. Von Miller had 17 in 2009. Josh Allen had 17 at Kentucky in 2018.
Von Miller went to A&M, right?
Yeah. Von Miller was fucking.
We don't
man.
talk enough about how they're essentially DNU.
Yeah.
Solely off Von Miller and Myles Garrett. And, of course, our friend Jay Arnold.
Yep. Agree with that. But, yeah. Yeah. It's not – he's not putting up those numbers. But, yeah, I don't know.
We should try to get Jay to play in, like, the USFL. He should try
Do you
out.
think he really wants to do that at all?
I think he's in a little bit of a, quarter-life crisis right now.
I think he misses the idea of football.
Not
I don't think he misses the lifestyle of it.
That's fair. But he's still a very large man.
Yeah, he is. But I don't think he wants the running and the beatings and I don't think
He just wants to eat barbecue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He misses maybe maybe the 60 minutes, you know what I mean? But not anything else.
I guess final thoughts on the season so far, just kind of takeaways of what you've thought about the year.
Very mediocre version of 2007. A lot of craziness, but no one's that good. Mm-hmm. Whereas I feel like 2007 had a bunch of like good teams, a bunch of exciting teams at least. It was kind of like the dawn of the spread offense, a lot of high-flying teams. Now it's just like everyone, there are still high-flying teams, but it's not as new and fresh, I guess. It's just a very even field.
I think it's going to be very similar to 2014, where you have an 11-1 TCU get left out of the playoff. Mm-hmm. I think they were, before the conference championship, they were number 2 in the rankings. Mm-hmm. This was the, I believe, first year of the college football rankings. But because the Big 12 didn't have a conference championship, 3 other teams won their conference and then jumped TCU.
Yep.
So I'm kind of getting that vibe.
That was the year that Ohio State shouldn't have made it, but then they beat Wisconsin by like 50.
Yeah.
I remember I was at the SEC championship game that year.
Well, they won the
Atlanta.
national championship that year, right?
They did, yeah. I was at the SEC championship game that year, and that one's always at 3 o'clock. So we finished that game. Alabama kicked the shit out of Missouri, and then we just went out that night. And I remember looking up at the score at one point and being like, people didn't even think Ohio State was going to win that game because they were on like their third stringer at that point, Cardale, and they were up by like 50. It was crazy, and that's how they got in. They got in on style points. They jumped TCU on style points.
Yeah.
And then won a natty.
Well, TCU also was just idle, so they didn't.
Yeah. People were like,
and then
who?
That's the reason the Big 12 developed a conference championship game.
Yeah, that's the reason the rules got changed. Because if you remember, one of the reasons the Big 10 even expanded was just so they could have a conference championship game.
Yeah.
And then the Big 12, which was down to 10 teams.
Legends and leaders.
You fucking so stupid. Once the Big 12 was down to 10 teams, then they didn't have one, and then they got fucked by not having one, and then they petitioned to make it so that
there's like the two best teams play.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm getting eerily similar vibes where Cincinnati's going to win. Well, I already picked Houston to win this game outright, but even if Cincinnati wins this game, if Alabama wins the SEC, Oklahoma State wins the Big 12, Cincinnati is out.
Oh, that's probably true, yeah. There's no room for them at that point.
No, they're out. So
because Michigan's going to win, so Michigan's in.
Yes.
Georgia's in no matter what.
All right, let's say all hell breaks loose scenario. Alabama wins.
Okay, they're in. And Georgia's in.
And
Georgia's just in.
Yeah.
Period.
Michigan loses.
They're out. They're done.
Oklahoma State loses.
They're done.
Cincinnati loses.
They're, of course, done.
So who is in?
Notre Dame and Baylor.
Baylor's not in. What?
Who's jumping?
Ohio State probably gets in before Baylor.
A 2-loss non-champion?
Yeah.
Over a 2-loss champion? Ohio State has better losses. They have the quality losses.
Yeah.
Baylor only has 1 quality loss, but they do avenge that loss by winning.
Conference championship,
Yeah.
But they lost to TCU.
Which is a bad loss.
It's a real bad loss.
I still... You agree Baylor should be in over Ohio State in that scenario.
So, yeah, but, like, what's the bigger brand?
Well, obviously.
Yeah, it's Ohio State.
Right.
Notre Dame will get in.
Right. Notre Dame's in that scenario, in chaos scenario.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Despite not
And by the way, if they
having a
get in,
coach.
I hope they win it all.
Without Brian Kelly?
Yeah.
That'd be fantastic. Does he get a ring?
Probably. You get a ring in baseball if you play if you get like one at bat. If you're even just called up to the big league club for a day and don't do anything, you get a ring.
BT Bates is saying Houston wins, so it doesn't matter. No, it does matter because we're literally telling you the scenario where Cincinnati loses.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so does Oklahoma State. Mm-hmm. And so does Michigan.
Yep.
Yeah. Richard Danoff says, rumor has it Marcus Freeman is going to be the next DC at Ohio State. Well, I would hate that to happen, but because I think Marcus Freeman's a great coach, great defense coordinator. Mm-hmm. Don't want him to go to Ohio State because I don't really care for Ohio State, Richard. So,
yeah,
don't want that.
I want to see the talent spread out a little more.
If let's say apocalyptic scenario happens, do they just have Bama and Georgia play a 7-game series?
Why not? Really?
Like
even a 3-game series.
Georgia's 1-4 and Bama's 2-3.
Just a 3-game series is fine, including the SEC championship game. So they play the SEC championship game. That's one.
Then just play 2 more games.
Yeah, then just play 2 more. Yeah. Yeah. I'm fine. I'm fine with that. That worked.
I weirdly went to a dinner with Marcus Freeman.
Why?
It was like a giant birthday party dinner type deal. It was when I was dating another girl. But like her group of friends.
You have so many athletic connections.
I know. With other group of friends, and we were all just at a dinner with like 20 people.
Yeah.
I was sitting across from Marcus Freeman.
Tight. It's pretty cool.
And he was just telling me, because he was the defense coordinator for Cincinnati at the time.
Okay.
And I was just kind of like, oh, shit, dude. Yeah.
Tight.
Nice.
Yeah.
So
it's cool that it's a big enough school where you can sound impressed, because if someone's like, yeah, I'm a defensive coordinator at Louisiana Monroe, I'd be like, whatever. I don't care. I'm like, okay, cool.
I would still be cool. Like, that would be impressive. Be like, wow, you know Rich Rod? Tell me more about Rich Rod.
Who's he? What student is he having sex with now?
Well,
doing sex.
His son's at UL in Monroe too.
Yeah.
Quarterback.
What a place! What a place to be.
Although I think he was out for the year because I think he got like really hurt.
Yeah.
Either way.
All right. I think we're good.
I think we're good for the conference championship week.
I think so.
You guys doing a show for Saturday just to watch the games live?
Oh, I gotta ask Dan. We might be doing a watch along for just the SEC and I guess AAC because it'll be at the same time championship games. But yeah, for now we're done. I have to text Dan. Figure that out.
I like Tom Brown's idea. Just put Nebraska in the mix.
Yeah, why not?
They'll at least be in the game.
Yeah, it'll be
we
close.
Know that.
It'll be close.
They'll play Georgia. It'll be the closest game Georgia plays all year.
It'll be 7-0 Georgia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyway, we'll see.